Hi, how are you? My name is Eduardo Flores, and this is Text and Criticism, the most reliable source of sound textual criticism. Actually, we don't believe in textual criticism, meaning that we have to use an eclectic, recent eclectic method to get to the text. We don't have a necessity to do that because we have the text. We have it's in the Byzantine text form, and I personally believe that it's in the family 35 archetype. We're going to talk more about family 35 archetype and methodology and manuscripts, and there's a lot we're going to talk about that. But before, I wanted to start introducing you to the work of Leslie McFall. We didn't have this information before 2015, so it's new information. Now, if you are married with the critical text, I'm so sorry for you. I am going to give you this information. You are responsible to check it out to see if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if Dr. Leslie McFall is manipulating data or if he's not manipulating data, if the information he throws out into the public is relevant, and if it's linked to the conclusions, and if his conclusions are linked to the general knowledge that says that the Byzantine text form, the majority text, is the original text. So as I am responsible before God to tell you all this information, of course you are responsible before God to analyze it and to see if I'm wrong or if I'm right. So at the end, we are going to be judged by God on what did we do with what he gave us. For example, what has God given to me? What I did with God gave me, what I did with whatever God gave me, that is what I'm going to be judged. And so I'm giving you all this information, and now I'm making you responsible. Responsible. If you want to accept it or not, that's your decision. So the last two videos, the first video was about Matthew. The second video was about the four Gospels, how there is enough data, information to tell us that the Byzantine majority, or universal, as Dr. Leslie McFall calls text, precedes of course, the Caesarean, but also precedes the Egyptian / Alexandrian text. In this video and next video, I'm going to talk to you how Leslie McFall takes the Byzantine text, majority text, and brings it back to the half of the 2nd century, to 150 AD. It's incredible. But I'm going to tell you how he does that with the work of Origen, the father. Ready for it? If you like, or even if you don't like this video, give us like and subscribe. So this video is called "The Byzantine Text Dates Back to the 2nd Century." let's see. There you go. This video is based in the article called "The Significance of the Split Text Types for the Recovery of the Original Text of the Greek New Testament," unpublished 2015 article by Leslie McFall. So he says in page 26, if Origen used the Caesarean text as the text for his commentary on Matthew, this will have a significant impact on dating the Caesarean text and also for dating the presence of the majority Byzantine text in the middle of the 2nd century. Here we have both divisions of the Caesarean text. The Caesarean text is divided into family 1 and family 13. The Caesarean text exists only in the 4 Gospels. It doesn't exist in the rest of the New Testament. There are about 15 manuscripts that have the readings that pertain to family 1, which is the manuscript 1. All these are minuscules. Manuscript 118 and manuscript 1582. These 3 of the 15 manuscripts are the most important and representative, and are the ones that are taken into as reliable and important as representing family 1 by Dr. Leslie McFall. On the other hand, we have family 13, which is part of the Caesarean text. And the main manuscripts are a manuscript 1369, 124, 346, 788. But there are about 13 manuscripts. So in sum with the sum of both families is, if I sum right, 28 manuscripts. Then Dr. Leslie McFall, he quotes a lot this article by Kwang Wong Kim, called "The Matthean Text of Origen" in his commentary on Matthew. And Kim talks about manuscript 1, 118, 209, and 1582 as pertaining to family 1. So what Kim does is that he does revision. I have a revisión there. Sorry for my Spanish. He has a revision of 120 variants in 400 verses in Origen's quotations of Matthew. So Origen, he quotes from Matthew and he gives a commentary. The quotes he puts in his work of Matthew are from family 1, not from family 13, are not particularly Byzantine, are not particularly Egyptian. They are particularly from family 1. So Origen had in his hand a copy of family 1. And of the 120 variants in Origen's quotations of Matthew, 92 agree with manuscript 1582, 88 with manuscript 1, 70 with manuscript 118, and 68 with manuscript 209. And the manuscript 892 agrees some 73 times, and manuscripts 33 and 1424 agree 68 times. But you can see that the family one is present in the majority of of the 120 variants. And these are manuscripts from family one. See, here we have 180 to 2009 and 1582, and here we have the same manuscript. So the quotations of Origen that are contained in his commentary on Matthew come from family one manuscripts. Leslie McFall says in page 27, Origen's text is closer to family one in the form of manuscript one and 1582 than it is to family 13. That's a fact. This means that the Caesarean text had already split into family 1 and family 13 before Origen used his copy of family 1 as the base text for his commentary on Matthew. And this is the reasoning. If Origen ¿cómo se llama? If Origen cited family 1 instead of family 13, then before his time was when it occurred the split of the Caesarean text in family 1 and family 13. So we have Origen, his work in Matthew is basically a text of Matthean family 1. His commentary on Mark is based in family 2. His commentary on John is based in the Egyptian text. So here we have Matthew based not in the Egyptian text, but in family 1, and John based in the Egyptian text, in the Alexandrian text, meaning the agreement of Sinaiticus and Vaticanus. His commentary on Luke, according to him, is based also in the Egyptian text. And his commentary against Celsus is also Egyptian. Family 1, there are only 11 references out of 30, and Sinaiticus and Vaticanus are double, 22 references out of 30. So Origen had both texts. For Matthew, he used one, and for John, he used another. Dr. Leslie McFall says in page 27, it is an interesting fact that the Egyptian and the Caesarean text existed side by side in Caesarea, one in each hand of Origen, as it were. This projects the origin of the Caesarean text back to the middle of the 2nd century. The origin of the United Caesarean text was before Origen, the father. If Origen dated from AD 185 to 254, if Origen never or rarely quoted variants from family 13, then this would mean that the Caesarean text split into these two families before his time, which would put the split in the 2nd century at the latest. the split of the Caesarean text. Okay. Now, let's see the figure that Leslie McFall shares with us. Okay, this is figure 2. And here we have the United Egyptian text, and then the division into Vaticanus and Sinaiticus. We have the original text, then it was modified 176 places to form the non-Byzantine transmission lines, which is Caesarean plus Egyptian. And this was modified to form the early Caesarean and the early Egyptian text. Okay, we have Origen and the Caesarean text, family 1. First, we have 176 deviations from the universal Byzantine text entered at this point in the exemplar behind the Caesarean and Egyptian text types. So this knot here corresponds to this one. This we could call stage 1. Now, this second knot, this is the Caesarean texts. This is the United Caesarean exemplar coming from this one. And this is the Egyptian United Caesarean exemplar that comes from this one. So the Byzantine text was modified 176 places to form this one, and the Caesarean text modifies it later, privately, away from the modifications done in the Egyptian text. Then the Caesarean text splits into family 1 and family 13. Of course, there's a gap of 800 years in transmission because the date of these manuscripts are around here, right? But if Origen used family 1 for his commentary on Matthew, and we have here Origen use the text of family 1 after it split from its exemplar text. If Origen used family 1, not family 13, then it means that the split of the Caesarean text was before Origen. And we have it here in numbers. The Caesarean and Egyptian text have a common exemplar. Then the Caesarean modifies it 182 times or places, and the Egyptians in 600 places. So this common Egyptian exemplar has the 176 plus the 643 changes. Modifications to the Byzantine text. The Caesarean has this 176 common Caesarean Egyptian modifications plus it adds 182 modifications. And later we have the split in which when family 1 goes privately, family 13 doesn't modify the text and retains the majority text. The same for family 13. When it goes privately, the Byzantine variants are retained in family 1. The same occurs for the Byzantine and the Sinaiticus. I mean, Byzantine, the Vaticanus and the Sinaiticus. So when Aleph adds 1,000 modifications to its manuscript, in those places, Vaticanus is Byzantine. And when Vaticanus adds 500 variations to its manuscript, uh, in the same places, the Sinaiticus is Byzantine. So here we have my colored graph. Here we have the use of Origen. See, in between these dates, maybe 200 or 240, 230, which means that the split was before his time. Here's the time of Origen, and the split was before his time. So we also have not only the Caesarean split before the time of Origen, we also have the Byzantine text before the creation of the Caesarean text. So, summing up, who claims that Origen used family one Caesarean text for his commentary on Matthew? Well, Kwang Wong Kim and Amy Anderson both claim this. Leslie McFall's conclusion is, if Origen used the Caesarean text as text for his commentary on Matthew, this will have a significant impact on dating the Caesarean text and also for dating the presence of the majority Byzantine text in the middle of the 2nd century. So the Byzantine text is here in the middle of the 2nd century, which is 150 after Christ. And this is the end of what I brought you today. So this is interesting. We first have to repeat the study to see if Amy Anderson and also Kwang Wong Kim are right that actually Origen used family one variations in his commentary on Matthew at the same time that he used the Egyptian text for his commentary on John. Both commentaries supposedly were made in Caesarea around the same time. So Origen, it says Leslie McFall, in one hand had the family one text, and in the other, he had the Egyptian text. Just that for his commentary on Matthew, he used one manuscript, and for his commentary on John, he used another manuscript. So this means that the split was before his time, and if the split was before his time, then we have already talked about that since the base text used by the Caesareans to modify their text when they split into family 1 and family 13, the modified text is the Byzantine text, then this means that the Byzantine text, you can bring it back to the half of the 2nd century. This is exciting, really exciting. I haven't heard of this before. I think many people have not heard of this. Because, you know, if you're into textual criticism, you have so much to read. You don't have time to discern what you should and should not read. So you just go and super specialize in a small dot. But Leslie McFall's research gives us a bird's eye view of what happened. And this is very important. So I hope you had fun. Next video, I'm going to talk about the splitting that occurs in the papyri. If you, for some reason, you don't believe that the Caesarean text uh, can be dated before Origen, and that the Byzantine text can be dated before Origen and the Caesarean text, and you say no, that's impossible. It's the Byzantine or Mayority text is late text, late manuscripts. It's a corrupt text form and everything else, whatever. Well, if you are of that thought, first, taking into account what Leslie McFall says and what I have told you in this video. And second, watch the next video. It's for you, for your eyes only. Okay, so have fun. Um, enjoy all the blessings we have in Jesus Christ, and enjoy the salvation that comes by grace through faith in Jesus Christ. And have a good day. And this is all for today. Bye bye.